Okay, so this live is about the esoteric meaning of your name, and I'm going to answer 5 frequently asked questions that people ask me all the time when it has to do with them understanding the esoteric meaning of their name. And the reason why I'm making this live is because I just made a video about Trump and his name, because his name has true in it. And there were so many people in the comments that was saying that that's not his name, that's not the name that he was born with, his name was changed and all that. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And I'm getting ready to show you that it doesn't matter. That's the whole reason why I'm going live. But before I get into that, I have to help you understand the connection between you and the universe and how that ties into your name. Okay, so I'm getting ready to break down universe in 3 different ways. Then I'm going to give you the 5 frequently asked questions that I get about reading Akashic records. All right. First of all, let's look at the word universe again, because this is my second time doing this. Some of y'all probably heard this before, but the word universe says U-N-I in a verse. You and I in a verse. Who's the you and I? You and the cosmos. You and divine law. You and God. You and all law. All law. All law is the laws of the universe. There's really only one, which is I am. But it's the universe is you and I in a verse. Now let's focus on the verse part, because this is you. You are a verse. Your life story is one verse inside of a gazillion other stories, right? Everything that you've been saying, thinking, feeling, doing is one verse. That's why it's you and I in a verse. Now, because you're part of the story of every story that's in the cosmos, they're all combined. There's really only one story happening, by the way. There's only everything in metaphysics, everything boils down to one. So there's only one story happening. So you are one story inside of the big story. What is the name of your story? What is the name of your verse? Because your verse is your story. What is the name of your story? It's your name that you came here with. And that name is part of your divine assignment, your karmic lessons. When I say your divine assignment and your divine purpose, don't narrow it down to this thing that you're supposed to do, because it could be something as simple as you healing something that happened to you when you was 3 years old, but you reincarnated and did it again because for some reason you didn't let it go the last time. You understand? Your divine purpose could be as simple as that. But so you have a name for your story. Let's go to the next part of what really is a universe. You are not only a line in all of the stories, which is your one story, but you're also a university. You are a university. You're in a universe, but you are a university. What does that mean? You are a school. You are a school. That means that everybody that you have interactions with, you are a teacher to them and you are a student to them. So I want you to think about all the relationships that you've been in your life, even right now or in the past. You went to the school of put your partner's name there. That's the name of the school that you went to. Your partner went to the school of put your name there. A parent and child, you went to the school of put your parent's name there. Whoever your child is, you went to the school of put your child's name there. Okay, so the name of the university, which is your name, is the name of the school. The karmic lessons that y'all give each other in your interactions. Okay? Number 3, universita. Universita. This is a Latin word. The word universita means corporation in the Latin language. What does that tell me? That tells me that you are a business. You are a business. What is the name of your business? Your name. The name of your LLC, your corporation, is your name. Here's how I also know that you are here on business and you have an assignment, because you have the same assignment that Jesus had. Everybody got the same assignment. And that is for us to help each other. We all a school, we're all a business, we're all a story, and our whole assignment is to help each other evolve and remember that you are a creator. That's what we're here to do. Everybody has the same assignment. That is what the whole, that's why everybody's supposed to be Christ-like, which is what Jesus' assignment was. Whether you believe in a physical Jesus or not, it doesn't matter. The story has principles underneath of it. And the principle of the story of Jesus is that he came to preach the gospel and tell everybody that you are a creator, that you have the same divine creative energy as what we call God. That's why he said, I and the Father are one. When Jesus came, he said, I am about my Father's business. He came here on business. So did you. You have to know what your business is by looking at your name. Okay? Now, I hope I made that clear. I just gave you 3 different examples of what your name really is attached to. Hold on. Be patient. I'm looking at my notes to make sure that I covered everything. Oh, this is what I was about to cover before I forgot. But let me look at y'all comments real quick. I don't know if I can take this beating today. You getting a beating? How you doing? How y'all doing? Praise be to Allah. Okay. All right. So I'm going to erase this. And then I'm getting ready to show you why everything that has been happening in your life is a metaphor for the words that is all around you. The names of your schools, the name of your pets. When I say I read names, I'm not only talking about your name. Now, as a service, I do offer this as a service, by the way. Okay? Plug. I do read Akashic records by looking at names, but I can look at everything. I can look at the name of your school, the name of the street that you went on, the name of the job that you work at, and I can create a whole story around that because I read in symbols. But let me show you what I mean by that. Because everything is a metaphor that's happening around you. That's still dirty, so let me clean this a little bit better. I'm getting ready to break down the word metaphor, okay? Don't y'all go nowhere. I know y'all so used to watching little 60 seconds and hopping right off. Don't you go nowhere. Matter of fact, y'all don't be watching 60 seconds. Y'all be watching 7 seconds. And then got a nerve to have an opinion about what the person said and you ain't even watched the whole video. But hey, I'll probably do that too. Oh, human beings are weird. So let's break down the word metaphor. Y'all still here with me? Metaphor. Because the reason why I'm breaking down this word metaphor is because I want you to understand that everything that's happening around you is a metaphor for the Akashic records that are inside of you. Everything that's happening inside of you manifests outside of you. As within, so without. Right? That's the law. As above, so below. What's on the right is on the left. Everything is a reflection of what's happening inside of you. So therefore, everything that's happening inside of you is showing up as a metaphor for is showing up outside of you as a metaphor. This includes the names of everything that you're encountering. Let me show you. The word metaphor. Y'all ready? I'm about to do a magic trick. The word metaphor has the word P-A-T-H. Boom. Path. Then it has the word P-H-O-R. Boom. For. What is left? Me. Path for me. So everything that's happening in your life is a metaphor and it's a path that you are going down. And this path is showing up in symbols of letters, names, numbers, sounds. So that means the lady you were talking to at the supermarket that gave you some advice on some random lady came up to you and started talking to you at the supermarket and she gave you some random advice or she said something to you that was like really made you think deeply, she was part of your path. She's a metaphor. If you got her name, see, I ask everybody what their name is. I ask everybody, well, not everybody. If I feel like they're coming across my path to give me something important, I always ask them, what's your name? Because I'm going to go break down their name, whether I can do it right in my head or I might do some research or pray on it or whatever, right? That helps me understand the message that I was supposed to be getting. I will break down the name of the car that you drive. The name of the car that you are driving is a metaphor. Everything, all the names around you are a metaphor. Okay, I'm saying all this so that you'll understand that when I say something as simple as, oh, Trump name has true in it and he came to help us reveal the truth, you won't be like, oh, well, his name was changed. And it doesn't matter. It's a metaphor and a parable for something that needs to come into fruition or something that is coming into fruition. So I hope I made that clear for y'all. By the way, I am a speaker and a teacher and a mentor. So if you are listening to this, let's pause, do a quick commercial break. I am available for speaking opportunities, or if you're hosting some type of metaphysical class or event, a healing circle or something in your city and you want me to come, go to my bio, look for the button that says Dr. Kimesha Speaks, and put in an application to talk to me about me possibly coming to your city, okay? Because I'm looking to get booked. I'm looking to come to your event and do some word magic. This is the main thing that captures an audience, is me doing the word magic to help them have like a grand aha moment. When I do this in front of them, it helps it stick. It helps it stick, okay? So I wanted to make sure that I put that out there. Now, let me erase that. Because now I'm about to answer the 5 questions that I always get about reading names. People ask me the same thing over and over and over again. And gosh, this board shouldn't be so hard to get clean. I shouldn't have to do this every time. But maybe I'm supposed to. So the first question that I always get is about changed names. That's question number 1. Let's write it up here. Question number 1. What if my name was changed, Dr. Kimesha? What if my name was changed? What if your name was changed? What weight does that hold in you looking into the esoteric meaning of your name? It doesn't matter because it's all part of the story. This goes for if your name was changed because you were married, if your name was changed because you decided, I don't like my name, so I'm going to go down to City Hall and I'm going to change my name. It doesn't matter if you were adopted and somehow your name got changed. Your original name plays a role in the story. I want you to think about when God changed people's names in the Bible. God changed Sarah's name. God changed Sarah's name from Sarah written like that to Sarah written like that. Why did God change her name? Because of her assignment changed. It had to do with her having a baby. I can't remember the exact story, but something about her assignment changed. When God told Abraham that he had to go into a new land and he changed his name, it was because his assignment changed. So therefore, we're not going to say that, oh, it doesn't matter that your name changed from this to that. We're just going to dismiss, like, it's all part of the same story. That's what I'm getting at. We're not going to compartmentalize. Okay? So I understand that Trump's name was originally spelled with D-R-U-M-P-F. I get that. But what I'm saying is the assignment was changed. When the name was changed, the assignment was changed. Same thing for you. If your name was changed, the assignment was changed. And that's it. Now, here's what happens. A lot of times When people come to me to get their name reading, they'll be like, Doc, my name was changed. I didn't like my name. I went down to the city hall and I changed my name. And my name used to be this. And then I changed it to that. And they'll give me both names. And I'll do a reading on both names. And guess what I find? Guess what I find? It still be having the same damn meaning. Like a lot of like 90% of the time, it will still have a very similar meaning. You know why that is? Because you trying to change your name without you getting the lesson. Hello? You think you could change your name and your karmic lessons is just going to change? If you don't get the karmic lessons that came with the name, that came with the school, remember you're a school, that came with you here on business, so you got a divine assignment, that came with the story, the narrative. If you don't learn the lesson, you can change your name 15 times. You're going to change it and it's still going to have like a similar meaning to it. It may look different, but the meaning can be very similar. And I've done over 1,000 names, y'all. I've been doing names since 2015. Look me up. Look up Rev Kimesha or Dr. Kimesha, name reading, Akashic record readings. I got hundreds and hundreds of testimonials. Okay? So I'm saying this out of experience, that I've done so many names, that I've seen people say that they changed their name, and then I give it back to them and they be like, well, this damn near mean the same thing. Exactly. Because you don't escape your karmic lesson. Let's talk about the other reason why your name would change. Your name would change if you got married, right? If you're a woman and you got married, so your last name would change. Now, here's the thing. Okay, well, let's make sure that the sound, because I'm getting notifications. Y'all can hear me, right? Like, is my mouth moving at the same pace as the words? Let me check the comments real quick. Thank y'all for all the hearts, and thank y'all for the people that's following me. Studied metaphysics for years. The father of metaphysics is Christian Larson. Okay. I mean, metaphysics is like a universal concept, so I wouldn't give it to any particular person. We can go all the way back to Egyptian mythology if you want to. Like, we can go all the way back. Never mind. Can you do my name? It's Sarah. I'm not doing any names right here today live, but I can do it if you want to pay for the service. Sometimes I do names while I'm on a live, but I'm not doing it today. Okay. For those who are interested in booking a name reading, you can just go to my bio, scroll down till you see Akashic record readings, book the name reading. Okay. I used to say I wanted to study metaphysics. Well, Jaron Clark, what's stopping you? You can study metaphysics on your own. When I became a metaphysician, I was already teaching metaphysics before I got my degree. I have a doctorate in metaphysics, but I was already teaching it before I got my degree. I went and got my degree because I wanted to be official. Because I didn't want people looking like, you just some internet guru. No, I actually have a physical degree in metaphysics, and I took a sworn oath. I graduated, I walked across the stage. I took a sworn oath to help people understand their self on a metaphysical level. But you can start digging into metaphysics right now without the degree. You should get the degree though, but you don't have to. Somebody mentioned, who's Empress Honest? Cause I could go there now. She talk about the straw man name. Come on now. Like, I teach that in the Self-Realization of a Goddess course. Meaning that the Self-Realization of a Goddess course is about how to read the experiences that you're having around you. And it leads you from you not knowing, not really standing firmly in you being a creator, which is a goddess, all the way to you standing firmly in you being a creator, which is a goddess. But for you to do that, you have to understand that the experiences that are coming through you, they're not happening to you, they're coming through you. So you have to know how to read what's happening. That's all part of the Self-Realization of a Goddess course. That's also in my bio. Okay? Y'all can go grab that as well. Go to my bio and just click around, y'all. Go look for stuff. Go look for what works for you. Hi from VA. Hey y'all. Okay. So as I was saying about if your name got changed because you got married. If you're a woman and your name, I'm going to go through two more scenarios, then I'm going to get off here. I'm going to talk about if your name got married, and I'm going to talk about if you are a junior, okay? A lot of times, especially men, will take on the names of their fathers. But first, let's talk about the married name, okay? Your last name changed because you got married. You know what that means? That means that the name that it changed to when you got married became part of your karmic lesson. Whoever your husband was and whatever his last name is, his how can I say this? His karmic lessons, which is in his name, also became yours. Ooh. Ooh. How you like that? How you like that? It happens at sex, first of all. Marriage actually happens at sex, okay? So it don't gotta necessarily happen. It happened legally on paper when you did it on the name, but as soon as y'all started exchanging energy, y'all started going to each other's school. You get that? Y'all started going to each other's school when y'all started exchanging energy on that level. But when you did it legally on paper, that's just another level of you like saying it out loud that yes, my karmic lessons is that. Whatever his last name is, I'm going to take on the karmic lessons. Now, it's not like you didn't unconsciously decide to do that. You must have knew that you needed it. Whoever you married, you knew that you needed it. You needed something from them. That is why you married them, unconsciously. Okay? So I want you to understand that just because you changed your name in marriage, you don't, first of all, you're not letting go of your original name. Your original name is part of the story. Remember, well, maybe y'all wasn't on here when I had the word universe up there and I told you that all of your story, all of your whole story is just one verse. Okay? So that's number one. Number two is, what did I say? Oh, if you're a junior. Okay? This usually is the situation for men because they take on their father's name, which is really you taking on your father's legacy. But you could be named after a family member. Who has a family member's name? Write it in the comments. If your middle name is your Aunt Becky, your mom just happened to, name you after one of your aunts or something like that. You know what that means? That means that you have karmic lessons that Aunt Becky also had. Okay? That means that you and Aunt Becky got some type of unconscious contract that you are going to also take on the same karmic lessons that she has. It's probably to heal something within your bloodline. Y'all are working together to heal something within the bloodline. That's the reason why somehow your mom decided to give you the name of your great aunt. This is all happening in the womb. I teach this in the Self-Realization of a Goddess course. Once again, you understanding how this all evolves is you going through the process of self-realization, because this is all about you knowing yourself. Self-realization leads you to you knowing yourself as a creator. A lot of people say that they know that they're a creator and they know that they're creating their reality, but then when they manifest things that they don't like, they start backpedaling and saying that it ain't them. That means you still don't get it. That means you still don't get it and you need to go through the course. You might need to go through the course a few times. I have people that have taken the Self-Realization of a Goddess course several times, and paid for it several times. So if you are a junior, you and your daddy got a contract for you to pick up where he left off and whatever it is that he was supposed to learn in this life. Something that he probably didn't get, and he done passed the baton to you. Same thing if you took on one of the names of a relative. There's a lesson there for you to learn, and it's in the name. Let me make sure that I covered everything that I said I was going to cover, then I'm going to go ahead on and get off here. I'm going to go to the beach today. So it's a Saturday. I'm chilling out, and I'm going to the beach. Okay, what if I'm a junior? I covered that. What if I legally changed my name? I covered that. What about my married name? I covered that. What if I don't like my name? That's a question that I get all the time too. I don't like my name. Most of the time after people get their name done with me, then they like their name. Most of the time. Most of the time. Okay. What if you don't like your name? If you don't like your name, then that means, I'm going to hold your hand while I say this, okay? If you don't like your name, there's probably something about yourself that you don't like. Your name is attached to something, to some type of narrative that you don't like. So I'll give you an example. There was an interview with Lil Wayne. I forget the lady who was interviewing him. And she said to him, your name is really Dwayne, but you only go by Wayne. Why is that? And Lil Wayne said, because his father's name is Dwayne, and he didn't want any parts of his father's name, right? What he doesn't understand is that you took on your father's name because there was something that you were supposed to learn that your father didn't learn. So you agreed to take on the name in the womb. You have a contract with him. You see what I mean? So that's what I mean when I say, oh, you say you don't like your name. That means there's something that you agreed in the contract with the name that you didn't unpack it enough for you to get to what is in your unconscious that's making you not like the name. The first thing that you should do is start unpacking the name. Start looking into the esoteric meaning of the name. Now, when I'm reading names, a lot of times people will be like, oh yeah, I Googled my name and it means sunflower and it means, I don't know, it'll be like 2 words. No offense, but my name interpretations, when I used to type them out, they would be 5 pages long. They would be like a little mini book. People would print them out. Okay? So my name readings are not like just Googling something and getting something real quick. Now I don't write them out anymore because it was just too much energy. I record it on a Zoom and I send it to you in a Zoom link. And it'll usually be like 30 minutes long. So when y'all be saying to me like, oh, I looked up my name and it means like this 2 words, I just like it and be like, okay, that's nice. Like, girl, I'm about to give you 30 minutes. I'm about to give you 30 minutes. Okay? So anyway, I'm going to check these comments real quick one last time and then I'm going to hop off here. My mom tells me that my middle name was going to be my first name. Okay. Find out when I was 30 years old, I had a half a brother named Ryan Michael. Is that your name? Do y'all have the same name? Ryan Michael? I said I wanted to be named that. Okay. Oh, you said you had an imaginary friend name. Wow, that's deep. That's deep. Lyric Reaper. That's pretty deep. That's pretty deep. What if you found a name that matches and resonates with you better according to numerology? Why do you say that it's better though? See, you doing what some people do, which is dismissing the original meaning. You cannot, I ain't gonna say you can't because I ain't gonna tell you what you cannot do. You shouldn't do that because you're gonna miss. Let me show you. And I explained this on one of the other videos that I did. If you do that, you're going to miss the original mark. If you dismiss the original name and you just say, well, I don't really like that name, you're going to miss, I'm not about to clean that off, you're going to miss the original mark. A mark is also a name because a mark is symbols. A mark is just symbols. Your name is symbols. Your name is really symbols. It's not just a name. That's a symbol. This is my name. Symbol, symbol, symbol. These are all symbols. Right? Now, if you dismiss that completely and say, oh, I don't like that, I'm just going to go to another one, then you miss the mark. You know what the mark mean in the Bible? To miss the mark means that you're in sin. When you're in sin, it means that you didn't understand what your assignment was. Guess what? You fit in a circle to block. You be coming back. You'll be coming back to do it again because you missed your assignment. Look at the word mark. It has the same symbols as the word karma in it. Y'all get that? Y'all get that? The mark is your name. The mark is your name. And mark has the same symbols as karma. So if you miss the mark, which is your name, then you missed your karmic lesson. That's why you shouldn't ignore that. Okay? All right, y'all. Love y'all. Thank you for being here. Make sure you go to my bio and check out all of my stuff. And again, I am looking to do speaking events. So if you're having some type of event and you want a word magician to come break this stuff down to your audience, I'm your girl. Hit me up. Peace.